I've used a lot of different focal lengths for portraits, everything from 28mm to 110mm. Now, for a long time, I'd used just 28mm for portraits, but is 50mm, is that the sweet spot, somewhere in the middle? My name's Paul Reed, welcome to the channel. It's a lovely day here in Scotland, which is why I'm filming this in the garden. I put a little bit of a call for help on the last video asking for a 50mm lens that wasn't too big for my Leica SL2s, and there was a bunch of comments, but one lens came again and again, and that was the Lumix 50mm 1.8. Actually, that's what I'm using to film this today. So I swapped my Fuji X-H2 for a Leica SL2s simply because I wanted to use that camera, the video camera, for stills as well. I wanted to enjoy using it, and I just didn't enjoy using that X-H2. So I used this 50mm lens for a whole bunch of portraits, which I'm going to show you, people that are, approached on the street, and then also some portraits during my workshop as well. And I'm going to show you all of these portraits and let's see what you think. But is 50mm the ideal focal length? Is it something that I'm bonding with after shooting with a 28mm for such a long time? Is 50mm like somewhere in the middle? Because, 90mm, 100mm, 85mm, for me, the connection just seems to disappear between me and the subject the further I get away from the subject. But 50mm, for me, it seems like that this would be the happy medium, that this would be the lens that I would use a lot. This is some video footage that I took on the day that I was doing my workshop. And as you can see, there's plenty of separation there. And actually, I'm really pleased with this lens, even if it was just for video, because the autofocus seems to work pretty well. It's not amazing. I'm sure anybody with a Nikon or maybe, a Sony wouldn't think it's amazing. But to me, the autofocus is really great on this lens. On my street photography day in London, one of the things that I'm always trying to do and also trying to teach other people is integrating street portraits into street photography, so that when you're about that, there's some people that are so compelling that you just need to ask them that you can take a portrait of them. And these are some of the portraits that I took that day. And here's some portraits of some of the people that had attended the workshop that day when we went for a drink in the bar afterwards. So firstly, what I found was that I never lost connection with the subject when I was taking any of those portraits. Also, the setup wasn't huge. What I did was I wasn't walking around with the Leica SL2s in my hands. I had it actually in a bag. And what I did was, if I met somebody and I thought I wanted to take their portrait, that's when I got the SL2s out of the bag. But in the main that day, I was just shooting all day with my M240 and a 35mm lens. Now, obviously, I could have took those portraits with that. I've got a fantastic lens, a fantastic 35mm 1.4 lens for my Leica M240, so I could have used that, but I just wanted to see, this portrait setup that I've got, this Leica SL2s and this new 50mm Lumix 1.8, is that going to be maybe just easier to use whenever I'm doing portrait? maybe just kind of thinking a little bit less about the focusing and all of that sort of thing, and just concentrating on composition and also just that connection with the subject. And I actually really enjoyed using that camera and lens combination all day. Day 2 of the workshop, I always do a portrait day, and that's kind of teaching all the technical parts, all the lighting, all of that sort of stuff. And once again, I thought, I'm going to use this lens and camera combination, and this is what I got that day. I'm holding my first ever 3-day masterclass in London. So this is going to be a street photography and portrait masterclass, and I'm really excited about it. The first day will be concentrating on street photography. It'll be exploring London, but also integrating street portraits into the street photography. The second day, I'm going to have pre-chosen subjects, and then I'm going to be showing how do you like these subjects, because it can be complicated sometimes. What do you use as the background, and where do you move the subject to? How do you pose them? How do you connect with them? So that's what day 2 is going to be about. The third day is going to be all about the art of approach. So that's all about approaching subjects and how you do that. And I've got special guest Roman Costa, who's going to be hosting that workshop on the third day. I'll be there as well, but Roman has just got this real skill for approaching people, even celebrities, where we'd be really kind of nervous to go up to them and ask if we could take their portrait, but he's just got a knack for it. So he's going to be teaching on the third day. I'm going to put a link in the description to all my workshops, but that 3-day masterclass, that's going to be a great one to go on. Obviously, I'm not just going to shoot with a 50mm lens. I enjoy using the Leica Q3 monochrome, and that really is what I call my everyday carry camera. I know that I can get excellent portraits with that, but the 28mm lens takes some work. It takes a lot of practice to get good portraits with a 28mm lens. What I will say though is if I hadn't have used a 28mm lens for portraits for, like, let's say 4 years, I wouldn't be even composing things the same way that I compose now when I'm using a 50mm lens. In fact, I used a 75mm lens on the last video that I did. All those portraits were taken with a 75, and something strange happened. I seem to, do a lot more kind of full body portraits, which is weird. Because, like, what's that about? With a 28mm lens, I could do that easily without going too far. But for some reason, when I was using that 75, I was kind of giving myself even more space between me and the subject. And I enjoyed that focal length because, again, it's not too far away from the subject. But I do think 50 might be the sweet spot. The sweet spot for background separation and the sweet spot for really kind of the compression of the images, because that's the other thing with a 28mm lens is that you are going to get some distortion. That distortion, however, can be attractive because looking at those images, sometimes it can kind of almost like pull the viewer into the photograph. Normally when I'm walking around with my Leica M240 and using that as kind of my everyday carry, then I'll always have the 35mm 1.4 lens. That's a fantastic lens, and yes, I am going to get separation. There's still a little distortion with 35mm lens because it's still kind of on that wider scale, but it's nowhere near the same as what a 28mm does. So 35mm is definitely another lens to consider whenever you're out shooting portraits, as long as you've got something like an f2 or 1.4 so you can get enough background separation. I'd really like to hear what your favourite focal length is for portraits. What do you enjoy using the most? Whatever camera system that you use, I just would love to know, is 50mm the lens that you would use, or do you favour like 90mm like a lot of people do? Just let me know in the comments, because and why. Tell me why as well, because I really like to know your point of view on all of this stuff. Thanks so much everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so that all my videos do go in front of you when they're released. Thanks again. See you next time.